by Metro Health's Live Healthy series. I'm Amy Sherman, your chef and your host. What brings you out to the Fresh Start Kitchen today?
I don't do a lot of cooking, so I'm looking for a few new recipes.
Great. We always love to supply everyone with new healthy recipes here at the Fresh Start Kitchen. It's one of the things that we're good at. And today we have two new recipes to usher in the new year that involve noodles. Something that can sometimes be laden in a heavy cream sauce, although delicious, is kind of unhealthy. So today we're going to start off with a healthy version of mac and cheese that incorporates secret vegetables that you can trick your kids with. And then we're going to move on and make a new dish, I think, for a lot of people, which is an Asian style fresh spring roll. And this is a salad spring roll that has not been deep fried, and they're rolled up in this really great product of a rice wrapper. They're so cool, they're so fresh, and they are so tasty and delicious. You guys are just going to love them. So I cannot wait to get started. So why don't we start cooking in the Fresh Start Kitchen?
We take a family favorite, macaroni and cheese, and we make it a little bit healthier for you. Instead of loading up on just more and more cheese to bring out the flavor, we're going to sneak vegetables in to trick your family and kids so they don't know that they're in there. And what we're starting with is butternut squash. Very simple to roast. You can even buy it already peeled and pre-cut at most grocery stores in town. And then all you have to do is throw it in the oven at about 350 degrees and let it go until it's soft. And then you can either mash it by hand or put it in your food processor or blender until it's very smooth. And you're going to mix that into your sauce. It's already orange, like cheese, so it makes your sauce appear, exactly the same. It doesn't really add all that much flavor, at least not flavor that kids can discern and go, ew, to, which is good. But it does add a lot of vitamin A, vitamin K, and also some folic acid and fiber, which is all great, especially when you don't know that you're getting it. We finish our macaroni and cheese off with skim milk, which is great as a source of calcium, as well as protein, which is really important. This is a meatless dish, so the protein is great to come from the milk and from the cheese that we're adding. We're not adding cheese, we're just not going to add as much. So we had two different kinds of cheese to layer the flavors, to boost the flavor profile of our macaroni and cheese, and that's also going to add a little bit more protein to it. It's a delicious dish that everyone will love, and no one will know that you're tricking them.
Okay, we're ready to start cooking in the Fresh Start Kitchen here. We're going to first start our macaroni and cheese. This is not a baked macaroni and cheese today, but you certainly could bake it if you want. This is just going to be a nice saute. So we want to heat up our pot. For our macaroni and cheese, we're making a roux, which means that we're cooking flour and butter together, and then we're adding milk to it. You could also add broth to it. If you did that, it would be a roux, but then it would turn into velouté. We're adding milk to it, so it's a bechamel sauce. This is the base, a classic sauce. It's the base for our macaroni and cheese. The flour stabilizes the milk so that it won't separate and curdle with the cheese when we make it all together. So then our two cheeses go into our macaroni and cheese, and today we have cheddar, sharp cheddar, and we have a Monterey Jack. The sharp cheddar gives our macaroni and cheese a really great flavor, and the Monterey Jack melts very creamy, so it creates a really great balance in the creamy department, which is what we want. There it goes. Great. Can I do one with you? Can I do one with you? Me and you? This? This is our butternut squash puree, and this is the secret ingredient in our macaroni and cheese. This is the one that will get your kids every time. They have absolutely no idea it's in there. It boosts the nutritional content, and it makes for a more flavorful mac and cheese. It lowers the fat content because I don't have to add as much cheese. You could also use a sweet potato. You could also use cauliflower. All we did with this is roast it in the oven. We cut it in half, roasted it in the oven at 350 degrees for about a half an hour until it was fork tender. And this is taken out of the skin. It's really nice and, I'll borrow that real quick. It's all soft and delicious, and we're just going to make sure that it's all kind of mashed up so that it goes into our mac and cheese nice and smooth. We're adding our pasta. Today with our macaroni and cheese, we're using 50% whole wheat pasta. This is a great way to make your cooking healthier. Regular pasta is all white flour. It's got a really high glycemic count, which isn't good if you're worried about diabetes. So if you can use a whole wheat flour, you're going to process it much more evenly and not have those highs and lows you might get from eating a lot of carbs. This new pasta that they have out, it's not 100% whole wheat, it's 50% whole wheat, so it still has a really great flavor to it, and it's not overly chewy. And that's what we're using today in our mac and cheese.
Our second dish today is spring rolls, and these are fresh spring rolls, kind of like Vietnamese spring rolls. These are ones that we're using the skins that are made out of rice paper, and they're very soft. You'll see on the show how we soak them in a little bit of water to soften them up. And then essentially what we're doing is we're putting salad ingredients inside and rolling them up. This is what I like to call interactive food. Kids love this. If they can make their own roll, they get so excited. They can pick what ingredients they want to put in. What we're using today are things like lettuce, cucumbers, carrots. We have some wonderful shrimp that we're going to put in there, and then some rice noodles. All of these things are, you can pick what you want and put it in there. The lettuce is a great vegetable, obviously, but we sometimes get sick of salad in a traditional form. So this is kind of an untraditional salad that's wrapped up in a fun way. We also have a great dipping sauce that if you want to make it on your own, you can certainly buy a dipping sauce, but if you make it on your own, you can choose to make it with low sodium soy sauce, which is a good choice if you're watching out your salt intake. And you could use different things like maybe a peanut dipping sauce, which might up the protein level of these rolls as well. I'm telling you what, they're going to be a hit in your family, just like they are in mine.
So for your fresh spring rolls, you're using this beautiful product, which is a rice paper wrapper right here. This is what's going to go around the outside of our spring rolls. This we're going to soak in this water, but not until all of our vegetables are prepped, okay? These are our rice noodles right here. Okay, these are gluten-free, a great product. They do not need to be boiled. They just go in the warm water that's on the stove. So put them in there, submerge them, and let them soak for about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay? So these guys are prepping some of their vegetables over here, and we've got fresh cucumber, which is really nice in these spring roll wrappers. Fresh cucumber. We're using the English cucumber. This is the kind that comes wrapped in cellophane at the grocery store. The beautiful thing about this is you can leave the skin on this cucumber. It doesn't have any wax on it, so you can use the whole thing. Most of the vitamins in a cucumber are in the skin, so if you can use the skin, that's good. And all you have to do with these spring rolls is just prep vegetables. They're so easy, so they're beautiful. In the summertime when it's too hot to cook, they're a great option too. You do it in strips, yeah, that'd be good. Or you can leave it whole, in a whole.
You would want us to leave it whole, right?
I like the whole because you can see it then. It's kind of cool. So you feel it. I mean, this can be the one that we throw away or whatever. You feel it right now. It's going to start to get softer. Get a little sticky. You know what I mean? Go ahead. This is your chance. I mean, that's why you're taking a class, right? Is to check all this stuff out.
Check my placemats, right?
All right. It's like a placemat. So it's going to become more pliable. So there's kind of a happy medium of it being pliable and it being melted. So then what you want to do is have like a paper towel set out, and then have all your stuff kind of set up, right?
Little buffet.
Okay, so this is looking pretty good. Try to keep it flat because it. Here we go. We'll set this over here.
What is it?
I believe that's the rice wine vinegar, right? Yep, because you toss the noodles with that, gives it just a little bit of flavor.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. Yeah, go check on your noodles. Our green onions, these guys cut them into the ribbons. I know you guys did too, and I love that look. I think it's really cool because you have to remember these spring rolls are see-through, so you can see what you're putting in there. So the prettier you make your vegetables, the prettier your spring roll is going to be, which is good because remember, you eat with your eyes first, so you want it to look really nice.
Oh, I got pretty onions.
Beautiful. So these I might cut in half.
That's what I was wondering.
Yep, cut those in half is what I would probably do. Our spring rolls we're going to roll up right now. And for most of the people in my class today, they've never had these or done this before, so it's a totally new experience. So we're going to kind of assembly line fashion them. We have our noodles right here that you can see. These are our cellophane noodles or bean thread noodles. I like to just kind of give them a snip with some scissors so they kind of get a little bit smaller. So they're not super long. We don't want super, super long ones in our stuff, okay? These have been tossed with a little bit of seasoned rice wine vinegar. That flavors the noodles. That's a good thing. Okay, so you're ready. You've got our stuff. So we're going to put them in here, okay? And they're going to take about 30 seconds to soften or so. Okay, so we've got, feel them kind of get soft. I don't like to walk away when I'm doing this because if you walk away, come back 15 minutes later, these are going to be total mush and you're not going to be able to use them. They're going to melt into nothing. Okay, and we don't want to do that. We don't want melting. So you can see that they're starting to get more pliable. Okay, you can give them a touch if you want. See where we're at now. Not quite there yet. A little bit longer. Okay, We don't want them to be chewy, but we want them to hold their shape. We have our carrot, it's all been grated. We have our shrimp, it's already been poached. So we're ready with that. We have all of our cucumbers are cut, and our cilantro, and our mint, and our lettuce. See now how that is? Okay, that's good. Now we're going to set it onto our paper towel. The paper towel absorbs the excess water so that we don't have watery spring rolls, okay? And you will probably ruin some of these, like I'm ruining this one, and that's okay. That's why they give you extra in the package. So I've got my spring roll right here. So I'm going to maybe put down, how should we do this? Want to put lettuce first, little lettuce? Okay, lettuce, a cucumber. I want to show that green. These are going to be see-through, so I want to show some of the color maybe. Let's do some mint, scallions, some carrot. I want to be able to see it. I want to see my little tiny shrimps, so I'm going to lay them out, lined up like little soldiers here, because it's just cute, right? We're going to put a little peanut, because I like the crunch when you have one of these. What did I forget? Cilantro, right? Cilantro. Okay, so then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to roll it up like a little package, like a little baby. Okay, kind of stick into my paper towel here. A little bit sticky, that's okay. Fold it in. That one's going to be really stuck. See if you can pull that one off. It sat too long while I talked. And then I want to fold in the sides. That one is so stuck. I'm going to get angry. Okay, hold on. Let me do another one. See, even chefs can screw them up sometimes. Hold on. No, you can't. I don't know if it's just because I'm going too slow or... I'll do a quick dry off on the paper and then I'll move it over here to the table. Yeah, thanks. Just one piece of paper towel would be good. Maybe it's just the kind of paper towel, because at home it works fine. Okay, thanks. We'll do a quick dry off on it, and then we'll start again. So anyways, you're going to roll it up like a baby, right? Fold it in on one side. You got one down there. Cool. And then fold in the sides, over the top. Now, if you wanted to make these ahead of time, you could maybe make them an hour or two ahead of time. You could make them and then put a wet paper towel over the top, kind of really wrap them tightly in a wet paper towel, and that will keep them moist in the fridge. Okay. There we go. All right. Quick dry off this time.
Do the noodles go in there too?
Yep.
Oh, we didn't put
Oh, I forgot to do mint. I asked what else I forgot. Okay. Lettuce, mint, carrot. We want to see it, right? Noodles, cucumber, cilantro, shrimps. Here come the shrimps. Peanut. Okay, now it's going to be like butter. And I'm going to fold in the sides. 1, 2, and then roll it up like a little baby burrito. There we go. And it's all done. It's perfect. So I could just dip this and eat it. Yay! Or I could set it aside and make the rest. Traditionally, they would be served cut on the diagonal, but I kind of like them just like this. I think they're kind of cute. So we can just line those up over here. Why don't you come on over here and make the next one? I know you can do it. Or make it together. You got one soaking?
No, this is theirs.
So we'll soak one here. And just let that soak. And then just do it the way I did, where we just put it on there and then take it off. How did you guys do with yours? Good? Fabulous?
That's short one.
Oh, I like it. Well, that's the beautiful thing. You can make them any size you want.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get a little container for the sauce. Because I'm thinking we'll put the spring rolls on this one. And then we'll put the mac and cheese maybe on this one, kind of pile it up.
It's got a little kick, it's nice.
Oh, okay, good. Beautiful, yeah.
Except I got it.
That's okay. Yep, and then just pull it back up. And you know what? If we see that there's like a little tiny rip in it, then just, put that in the beginning part so it can roll over it again. Great. How are you guys doing over here? Whoa, 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 it's like a double decker. It might go a little bit smaller. You gotta think how are you gonna get it in your mouth, right? How are you gonna get it in your mouth? So make sure everyone gets a chance to roll one so you can try it out, because it is definitely a feel. So everybody make sure you roll one, okay? So you can try it out. Good, good, good. How many minutes do we even have? Are we even close to? Okay, I'm gonna switch these out. Is that too boring? Good. And over just the filling, right? And kind of tuck it under.
Oh, it's in the first roll?
In the first roll. So I'm only going to do that. I mean, this should never get rolled on top of itself. You see what I'm saying? The filling should never. Now I tuck in those sides, and then I'm just going to roll so it's all together in a tight little package.
Yes.
Now you can also, like, say this ripped really badly, you could just roll it in another spring roll wrapper and not throw it away or anything. It'd be fine. Our spring rolls are done. Our macaroni and cheese is hot and ready to be eaten. And I have to say, I think that everyone in the Fresh Start Kitchen had a good time making the spring rolls. Am I right? So thank you for joining me in the Fresh Start Kitchen, where we always make food that is fresh, healthy, and today, super fun. Nice job.
Fresh Start with Amy Sherman is made possible in part by the Live Healthy Series, a community outreach program from Metro Health Hospital in Wyoming.